Welcome everyone, KD here with stream number 12 already, and today I go immediately back to work, back to Blender. Last time I covered a lot with my Sandworm here. We finished the head, merged everything, added stuff like the tongue, teeth, and so on. And we already started with Morph Targets. You see here, I created 4 Morph Targets, but only one I added so far. So the arms, some of the arms move. And I will continue with that for now. However, the second arm series here, this one here, just have to check. Yeah. Which one? Just have to be sure to really be in the second series, so otherwise it will be wrong and all the work will be for nothing. Still have something else selected down here, that's why I can't. So for today I'm really probably, I wouldn't say finish the Sandworm, but maybe rather call it not finishing, but almost finish him. So we only have to do some final things, or we will see. Maybe even that's a little bit over the top, to say it like this. I'm not sure if I will start already with doing animations or so. I will see about that. For sure, let's say it like this. What I for sure want to do for today is finishing this Morph Targets. So they're not only the arms. I want to add Morph Targets to the teeth, the feelers, and so on. We'll also have Morph Targets. Yeah. So that's for sure what I want to do today. If I go into animations, creating already the animations, I don't know. Or if I jump to Unreal Engine and continue there, I will see. Oh, now exactly what I said happened. Didn't want to do that. Have to be really careful. Come on. Yeah. In which arm series you are here? I have to concentrate a little bit while still trying to talk. Yeah, I will see. Maybe kind of depends on what mood I am. Maybe I will finish not finished, but for sure creating some first animations like idle animation and so on, just to have something then to work with in Unreal Engine. If I'm in the mood, or we jump to Unreal Engine 4 maybe later on. I have to see. I don't know yet. I mean, there's not it's definitely not like there is not enough work or so, things to do, say it like this. A little bit the problem with finishing the Sandworm today is that there are a lot of things, small things I have to prepare for the small details, absolutely with texture and so on. And I'm also kind of like maybe about the stream schedule for around Christmas and New Year. These 2 weeks may be a little bit different. Maybe I will start already with next week. I have to see. So I wanna kind of do some smaller streams, but on other days or other times, just to kind of see how this works out, and then I will think about it for after these 2 weeks kind of trial time. I will think about how I will do the streams for next starting from next year. So because this really marathon streams like 5 hours long streams and so on, now I did it again, sorry about that. It's really long streams. I mean, they're one way very good because I can do a lot of stuff in this time, and it's really needed a lot of time to work, to just put in these hours into something. But on the other hand, to have to do really 3 such long streams in a week, it's honestly a little bit exhausting. Absolutely, if I have to talk the whole time and so on. It's not so. Yeah, I mean, I won't say that I won't do long streams anymore. I think I will, probably more than I want to in the end. Doesn't. But just the question is about, you know, it doesn't if there will be 3 such long streams in the week, and I kind of want, like with this trial in the next 2 to 3 weeks, trying some smaller streams and so on different times. I just see, so how much can I do in a short stream that is between an hour or two long, and so on. I should really concentrate more. Yeah, you see, that's not a problem. Then talking, and then you do stuff, then you don't really concentrate on what you're doing, and so on. So kind of the idea is, what I want to say is that I will do, of course, still do these longer streams, but really work on my project. That I probably won't talk every time. Maybe, I mean, if you were here in the last stream, I just put on some music, some copyright-free music on YouTube, and then just worked. That's maybe why I made so much progress, to be honest. I guess last time, because there was even a problem with Blender not saving my texture. I worked for an hour and I managed to redo the complete texture, and things like that. Anyway, so I may still do these monster streams. I probably will keep these 3 dates for that open, and then maybe if there is not much going on in the chat and so on, I will just again put on music and just work. And that doesn't mean that it's not possible to ask questions or so. It's just that maybe I won't. It's just maybe I won't really see it so far. See it the messages very fast. So maybe my response will take a little bit longer. That's what I want to say with that. But of course, there's always, even when I'm not talking, that you guys can ask questions or other things and so on. It should always be, it's always open. And then I will, and then yeah, and then I will maybe handle the longer streams a little bit like this. So you see, I'm not sure yet how exactly I wanna go on. Like I said, for one thing is, I did it again, unbelievable. One thing is, I don't dislike these long streams because I can really focus for a long time, for a couple of hours, on working on my project and so on. But yeah, so another problem, or not problem, but like I said, that we almost have the biggest parts of the Sandworm, there are like the smaller parts you have to think about, or smaller parts are just small improvements after that. But these improvements and so on need is some preparation. But then it may not take too long after everything is prepared and so on to actually finish these small improvements and so on. So for these things, the small streams would be perfect. Also perfect for small streams would be kinda showing you different things in the engine or doing some experimental stuff and so on. And I really have to stop doing that here. Yeah, and these are just some ideas I have right now. And then really there will kind of like this 1 hour streams, just really when I have time, not really planned, just to put them in. Maybe a little bit difficult for someone, for if someone wants to really watch the project, what is happening and so on. But on the other hand, I don't think that many really wanna see every step. They may just tune in to see where the project stands, to see if there is something that may interest them, I'm showing or talking about and so on. Yeah, and things like that. So I definitely will talk about how I will do streams in the future. There's also this other stuff that kinda there are just sometimes I have the urge to do something on my project, something specific or trying something out, and then I'm kinda nah, I don't have to set up an event, a stream, and I don't want to stream too long. Like I just want to do this short work or something like that, and then I'm kind of hesitating with that, or kind of like there's no stream planned, and then again, so just these random small streams. Just to make some random small streams would be very interesting also in this aspect. So I just can, today I wanna test something out, check something, and I'm gonna do this live on stream and so on, so I can show everyone what I'm trying to do and things like that. I wish I would stop doing that. Save a lot of time. Anyway, come on. Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of thinking about, and then really on the streams I have scheduled the Monday stream, the Wednesday stream, and the Friday stream. I may, depending on how I feel, of course, I first will work, like 3, 4, 5 hours. Again, if there's not much interaction in the chat or so, then I just will work through this time without talking much, probably with music or something playing, something like that, and then it's just difficult to then also put the time a day and the time. Then the small streams, this should be, it's probably better to, for me it's better to make them more spontaneous. Probably for someone that wants to see something, it may get more complicated, but you can always go to my YouTube channel and rewatch the stream, and if you have questions, come to me in another stream about that or something like that. Yeah, but like I said, I will see that how this works out in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I probably will start with it next week. Like I said, as example, the Sandworm, when I believe after today we really have the biggest parts finished. Maybe except for animations, but I will see how I will do the animations. The animations probably I will do step by step. Because it's anyway difficult to say what animations I exactly need. He will be in a cutscene, so I also have to think about that. So maybe there are different animations in the cutscene than we see then in combat, and so on. Then he will have different attacks, a couple of ideas for attacks I have. But nothing specific, so that's why I'm not sure if I will start to do a lot of animations. Maybe just the idle animations are quite clear. There will be 3 idle animations for combat at least. Yeah, so this is for sure something I can do today if I want to, depending on how far we get. I think I can now look. Yeah, that's easier, so I don't have to change all the time. It's always the same, just jumping one ring. could have talked about that earlier. Anyway. Or also, with the shorter stream, I can kinda, if there are requests coming in to, if someone asks me to show something, or they have a problem, maybe they saw a tutorial I made and they try to replicate it and have problems, then maybe they come in with a request or something like that, and also for that, then I can ask, yeah, when do you have time? Then I can make a stream about that and we can kind of try to solve it live together. What's the problem? And all these things and so on. But I then just really will repeat over and over again until you guys are tired to hear it is that it's okay to ask questions even when I'm not talking at the moment, or when music is playing in the background or something like that. Yeah, so kinda a lot of small things I wanna do with this guy here are texture. So one texture I wanna draw is a normal map, so I'm not sure if it's possible to draw. It should be possible to draw it on your own. Like I said, I never really did it. I kind of have an idea how you can do it. I just don't know how it looks. So for you guys, there are softwares that can create normal maps for you. What maybe is better than drawing them by yourself. However, I know there are paid software. Some people really love them. I have to check the names. I just don't remember the right names really. I tried out different free softwares or add-ons and so on for normal maps, and I just was never happy with the finished products when I tried this. So question is, of course, are the paid softwares better? Can you do you have more options and so on? However, if I find out a way to really draw it myself, then the advantage is that I will get complete freedom in what I want to do. Normal map or normal maps. that's something I kind of have to test out. Maybe I will try something on a stream after I find some. I mean, I was already looking. There are not too many tutorials I could find. So I will have to look a little bit more. I found some very good examples of normal maps with very simple textures on it, and so on. Gave me kind of good idea how you could do it, just with the right colors, and yeah. But like I said, you will see then there will be another texture I have to look, probably draw myself. Like I said, I kind of want to try, because I'm going for really for kind of not realistic style but more comic anime style. I kind of have the opportunity to really do everything, even the textures myself. If we will go more realistic, then just hand drawn textures would probably not be enough. Absolutely for absolutely for so now the second series of arms can move now with Morph Targets. Yeah, if you do realistic landscapes and so on, there are two ways to do it, actually. One way, and that's the recommended way, is to use Google and, you know, find the right textures on Google. I mean, you will find grass, you will find for sand, you will find cobblestone, you will find a dirty path or things like that. You probably will find for everything something. The second way to do it, and I mean, to something selected down here. I mean, it's not a bad thing to use already textures that someone else has prepared, and if you find it even for free on the internet, yeah, maybe you have to credit the person who made it, or maybe not even that. So I mean, I found a lot of textures even with normal map and so on. Of course, if they're then really high-end for high-end graphics, then they probably won't be free anymore. That's why it's not bad to learn at least a little bit something about creating textures for yourself. And if you want really make photorealistic texture for yourself, you then the only way to do so is going outside, what already sounds terrible, and make your own photos. What's not as simple as it may sound. So first of all, maybe you don't have the right landscape around. Maybe you're in the middle of the city and you want to create the forest. Then it already gets a little bit difficult. And then second, so I kind of I found once a guy who made a short tutorial on how you can do it, and there's quite a lot you have to think about. It's the light. It has to be actually quite good light condition, but the sun or any other light source can't shine directly on the objects you wanna photograph, because you don't want any reflections or something like that that will have a bad effect then in the engine. So you want to have good light source but no reflection, and then you also want to the second thing, important thing, is that you have to make a very flat picture. So you have to really photograph everything from top down. Maybe if you have grass, maybe even flatten it a little bit, and so on. So there are a couple of things you have to think about. But yeah, for sure you can do this, even this on your own. But I just say maybe there is already something on Google. But on the other hand, if you don't go photorealistic or so, and you have a little bit then flair for art, for 2D drawing and so on, why not create your own textures and really make an unique looking game? I think that's much more interesting than going for realistic graphics, to be honest. But that's just me personally. I mean, it's just I just have the feeling we have seen it now a little bit. The realistic graphics and so on. There's not a lot that really can impress me anymore. And I said this before, I kind of have the feeling with going realistic with the graphic, you really lose this completely lose this artistic style, and everything just starts to look kind of the same. But in the end, you have to know that maybe you have a different opinion and you enjoy realistic graphics more than I do, and you definitely want to have realistic graphics for your game, then go for it. So what I will do soon is drawing a sand texture. However, this will also have to end up with a normal map. Probably. I mean, it's better to have a normal map. Also for sand. And then there are some different spots with the sandworm that are covered with sand. So that's something I have to do, but like I said, I have to prepare first the texture and so on. Yeah. And then also, because he's kind of looking, when you're in combat with him, his full body won't be out of the sand, only his top half will be out of the sand. So I have to, I'm not sure if I do this directly to the sandworm mesh, but kind of doing around here, kind of sand that comes up, so small dune or something like that, and then for the cutscene, kinda when the sandworm approaches, he is completely under the sand, so there will be kinda be moving sand. You just see moving sand coming to you, and sandworm is on underneath the sand and comes closer. So that's another thing I have to do. Then but more for the cutscene. So this is, we are still far away. Thinking about cutscenes and so on. But yeah, then if I have kind of these two types of streams with maybe more longer streams, I say now longer than 2 hours. I won't say 5-6 hours. But definitely with some substance, and depending on how much progress I do in the stream and so on. And yeah, and you know, sometimes you have there are just some days you're kind of down, and then maybe these days there will be shorter streams, so kind of don't want to put this pressure on me, to be honest, to say these streams will be always 5 hours long, and so yeah, so probably more realistic is longer than 2 hours, and then the maximum length, there's no limit to it. So let's say it like this: there's no limit for the maximum length of the stream. And for this streams, I kind of will prepare something, maybe something new, or something or also something has already started to work, but I know that I just still need a lot of time to until to work on it. As example, maybe a new mesh or something like that, a more complex mesh, absolutely like a human, but it also can be in Unreal Engine. We have seen in the last streams that even things I said, that's short, it often took a lot of time to set it up. And yeah, there will be definitely in Unreal Engine more time-consuming stuff coming up, and then I will do this in one of these longer streams. And then all the shorter stuff, or more really testing something experimental, or showing something more tutorial based. I mean, like I said, they're just tutorial based, not really step-by-step tutorial. Then I will do this in small streams, or when requests come in that are, I would say, under 2 hours long, maybe. I mean, but it always depends. I honestly kind of like it to have this flexibility. To just do something on this project when I have time and so on, without having to set up an event and so on. Just going live and doing something for an hour or two. And when it takes 3 hours, then it takes 3 hours. But, but I also kind of want, because because this may be difficult for an audience to follow, I also want to keep these free streams on schedule, and yeah. I mean, absolutely, so repetitive work like I do right now. Still have ways to go. This would be something that would now be fine to just, having music running in the background, just me working instead of talking. Because there's not much to explain here, really. And if nothing is going on in the chat, then I more or less just talk to myself. So in the YouTube event I also wrote starting with interactive assets in Unreal Engine. It was also talked about it at the end of the last stream. We maybe go there with the stream today. I'm, however, honestly not so sure if I go there today. I probably try to keep as long as possible with the Sandworm here and do as much as possible. So this is maybe something we do another time. But I also definitely want to jump back to my combat mechanics. We did in one stream our sequence, the sequence how does of the player for doing a one turn. This sounds very simple, but it's a little bit more complicated than I thought. But we did that, and so the next step is really simulate combat. And I say simulate because we don't have the assets yet, the characters and so on, so we just will use our test dummies, and probably not even, maybe I will do just, yeah, maybe I will do some simple attack animation for the test dummy, so we have that too, and then we can at least for the beginning simulate 1 versus 1 fight. And then when that works, we will add the other characters too. So this will be definitely the biggest part, the biggest mechanic. It will be the combat. The combat and of course the progression system. There will be a couple of different other things that probably will take some time. Some other mechanics. Yeah, setting up the resting place will be not a part on. Resting place is a little bit like a checkpoint. It's not like the game saves has a dynamic autosave system, so it will save all the time, and if you lose a battle, it doesn't mean you die and lose everything and you have to go back to the to a checkpoint and, like I said, do everything again. You don't really will die, but there is a penalty for losing in combat, and the penalty is that you will get back to one of these resting places. However, you will keep every item you found. XP and so on you earned during combat, and so you will keep, but you will get moved back to one of these resting places, and you will also lose some special items. If you defeat enemies, you get some special items. I don't really have a name yet for them, and with them you can boost the attributes of your character. So it's kinda a manual part to improve your character to your liking, and this will be the second penalty, probably the second penalty. I mean, this is just the idea now, maybe I will find something else. But the second penalty will be that you lose all these items, and you can use these items only on resting places. So losing battles is still bad, but it's not like the end of the world. It still means that your characters got stronger in the battle. Even in the battle you lost, your characters will gain experience points and other things. But yeah, there is still quite a bit to do. Progression system, like I said, also a big part. Then definitely these resting places. So at these resting places you also recover some of your energy and things like that. You can craft items, you can improve items, accessories, your weapon, things like that. You can exchange items between characters, and because there are different storylines. So, but even between characters who never met, you can kinda go to resting place, put all items in a box you don't need for this character, and then you can use it for the next character. For even if they never met or so in the story. Okay, that's the third series of arms that now can move. So it takes quite some time. You see, it takes quite some time to set this up. However, if I would made an armature and made a bone for every single arm or something like that, then and animated like that, then for every animations I have to move the arms like this and so on. So the setup here is maybe longer, but then after that creating animations and so on will be a lot faster. And the arms don't have really complicated movements, they just move up and down more or less. That's why I do it like this. If they would now do quite complicated movements, then I probably would think about another method to do. Then I would probably animate them with bones as good as possible. I'm back in a second, so let me get something to drink. So I'm back. Also for kind of everyone that these things takes too long or missed the streams before and don't want to watch. For very long streams to rewatch everything, I probably will edit something like a time lapse together, or so I hope to make a time lapse. I tried to do that before with a time lapse, and my potato laptop. I'm not sure if the problem is the laptop or the editing software that didn't really want to do it. I think, yeah, it takes a lot of resources to really create these time-lapse videos if you from a one-to-one recording, because you still have the same amount of frames, but now you have to speed it up. So I'm not sure if the laptop is the problem or the editing software. I just use a simple free editing for editing my videos, simple free software. Anyway, yeah, so I will try to create some time-lapse videos. Depending on how long one of this video is, I will put everything together in one video, or I will make parts. If that doesn't work, then if that doesn't work, then I kind of will just edit the important stuff together, making a voiceover explaining what I'm doing, something like that. However, I can't say when. I probably will start with that as soon as I'm really finished with the Sandworm. Or at least at the point I have something to show in the engine. So as an example, before we start with the time-lapse or with the edited video, to kind of see the finished product, and hopefully it will look quite impressive, so that's why I didn't start with that yet. Yeah. Or another idea is kinda a mixture between real time and time lapse. But that would also mean it would take a lot of time to put the video together, and yeah, I'm not so sure if I will put too much effort in a video like that, because I kinda also want to move on with the project. So yeah, I will see. I mean, to prepare a time lapse is not that big of a deal. Just have to cut the videos together and then tell the editing software, yeah, I want it 8 times faster, I want it 16 times faster, or whatever. And then the rest is and that's actually more or less all I have to do. I probably will do one animation. I'm not sure if it's a or at least one animation. I'm not sure if it will be the final idle animation, but very similar. And then the idea, maybe I will do it with a longer animation, and then the idea is to just throw in the different morph targets and different things, some kind of really show off what he can do animation for an edited YouTube video or something like that. I'm again not sure if it makes sense to do this today. Probably not. Maybe I will go first with simpler idle animation and see how this looks in the engine. So I also have to think about how the feelers will also get morph targets. I have to think about how I want to do that. I mean, I already thought about it, but I'm not 100% sure. Probably the ones in the back. The ones in the back there will be very simple, like the arms just move forward and backwards, but then the ones on the front, they kind of should move around, so I have to probably do two or maybe I will even add add bones for them. Yeah, but that's kind of overdone again, because it's not like the feelers are there for attacking. They're more there for ambience. I mean, at some point you just can also do too much, and then it looks bad again if you do too much things. It looks bad and you put a lot of effort into it. And it's not bad to put. In general, it gets better when you put more effort into it. Yeah, halfway done. And then the teeth will have morph targets. One will be kinda going together with the teeth. That's definitely the one I will do today. Probably will do today. And then there will also be the possibility for the player to attack the teeth and detach them from the Sandworm. And I will also do that with morph targets. However, for that I need the idle position, otherwise it won't work. I probably will do, yeah, I think it's the best thing to, it's difficult to say, will this be today? Oh. That's okay. I had the feeling I chose the wrong, but it seems okay. Yeah. I mean, just tend to go to Unreal Engine to really animate everything and look at the morph targets and so on, how they look like and so on. I think it would be good to have already an idle animation, absolutely, because I know how, more or less, how it looks like. And why I do 4 series for 4 morph targets and different arms is kinda that I want that the arms always kinda move, that's always something is moving. So of course in the animations I will put these morph targets, I won't synchronize them, put all 4 together. I will kind of put them, give them different timings and so on. So it looks very dynamic and always something is moving on the body of the sandworm and so on. But we come to that later on or in another stream. Maybe something for a short stream, something like that. I'm thinking also about the feelers, to put them. That kind of would be interesting. I could do that actually. However, then is the problem that they always have the same pattern, or most of the time the same pattern by moving. But that could be interesting, and that's instead of creating separate morph targets for the feelers, putting them in with the arms, together with the arms. Yeah. I really have to think about, do I want them to move independent? Is there a need for that? I would say no. The only reason I could think why I wouldn't want to do that is really to kind of have a better to still have this option to kind of let them move separately, so there is no pattern. I mean, no direct pattern there, maybe move more random. I have to think about that. Maybe only the smaller feelers in the back, for them for sure, doesn't matter, but the one in the front, And then after the morph targets, I probably will do the idle animation. Depending on how long everything takes, of course. We'll do it today or another time. Then we upload everything with the morph targets up to Unreal Engine, and I believe I prepared the map for animations. Then we will create an actor that we will probably use for testing animations. Put our Sandworm in there, loading it up in the map, and we will run the animation with all morph targets and other things, and then we will look at it and see is it fine, or do we have to put more work into it, and so on. Wrong button. Working it kind of will be annoying to redo it. So maybe it's better to do separate morph targets, then it gets a little bit more annoying, but with creating animations, because you have to think about more morph targets. And the last one. Okay. So now we can really move all 4 of them separately. Yeah. So let me think, if I put them in the same yeah, I could I kind of want to put them into the same morph targets, but it's me also. I think I have to separate it. It's probably better, to be honest. I'm also not too sure how exactly I want it. Yeah, maybe I could put it in the same. I mean, I still can. If I can put in different movements, and then I still can variate with the arms, with the sequence of the arms, if I want to variate with the feelers in front. I have also the problem, what do I do with the ones more in the back? Do I want them to move the same? I think not. Okay, let's press arm series 1. Arm series 1 goes forward. Okay. Or at least everything inward. So this one. Yeah, I really think about how the feelers, will they move separate, completely separate, or will they kind of move together? I'm not sure what looks better. To have them move a little bit the same. I see this is the same row. I don't think that matters too much. Yeah. I mean, I still can change it later on. For now I will kinda front ones, they kinda will move together a little bit. Not completely together, but this one to this one will of course move mirrored. But when top one goes down, this one, they also go down here. Okay. Wonder if that comes out okay if I move both. Yeah, that's okay. Now what do the ones in the back exactly do? Maybe if they go forward, they will stand up. So kinda. And the idea is kinda that he will get the most possible range to feel things. So if he goes forward with the top feelers, then he can't reach what is on the top or below him, or something like that. So he will extend this, or just straighten them. That's probably the best. I'm not too sure, but we will see. Probably be quite annoying to do that. Don't have to deselect everything. Still do it. Yeah, something like that. Let me see how that looks from the front, at the side. Yeah, difficult to say. Still difficult to say. And again, this may take time for setting it up, but it will save time later on with the animations. So the last one of the top row. Let's lift this and let's look at it. A lot going on, that's cool. Okay. Something similar with this one here. This one are quite small, so you see I don't take as much time for them. Also because they're in the back, so probably not many will really analyze their animations. Except for you guys who are watching and now know about it. Wrong button again. So now we have a lot of movement going on here. Now we have to what happens when we select this? We go to the side. Is there some way I can look at this? Let's take this one here. Probably had too much selected again. Maybe let's take this one here too. How much? I don't know. I just don't see anything. Maybe I have to do it in more than one step. At least for this one here, because it's the biggest one. So yeah, something like that. Question is, what do I do with the ones in the back? Again, will they follow? Will they stay? Will they go to the other side? Will they kinda switch with each other? I go 2 to the left, 2 to the right, or something like that. Let's first do the ones in the front. Both up. Both up. This one here, both to the outside. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Then put this one here. Maybe this one. Come on, Blender. Stop. I hate that. It always selects the closest point to where you have clicked, but you have to sometimes just press deselect the things you I don't. Oh. Let's check. Yeah. Oh no. Um, and the one below. What do they go? Like the top one outside. From here. The small one's kind of the same, I would say. Just a lot less. Otherwise I'm here for something like that, and then this guy's here too. I don't have to, oh no, it's okay. It looked like when I put them over each other that I didn't catch all the points. Vertex. So what happens now with the top ones? Do they also follow? And I made them stretch when he went forward, but if they could follow. Or going, one goes left, one goes right, one goes left, goes right. Still not too sure. Oh, I don't see anything like this. Let's see how it looks like when we just not as strong as the big ones. Okay. Yeah. I will leave it for now like this. If I feel I can always change it. Arm 3. No, that will be the opposite of arm 1. But is this worth it? Yeah, I'd probably do for arm 1 only the the front feelers. Because otherwise I will get here problems, and yeah, they don't need that much movement. Yeah, no, I'm not talking too much. Sorry about that. Okay, and then these two together. Here. Okay. The last one, 4, is the opposite of 2. Okay, so this one bends now to the right. Let's compare. Yeah, it's I did it differently a bit. but let's keep it for like that for now. And this one here to the other side. Select everything again. It's annoying. Found this one here. Okay. Something like that. Then the ones on the side, they go down. Um, and down. Okay, and this to take it to take it together. To they split. Take it together. Can I do more of them? No, I can't. Of course I can't. But maybe one row. I can try. Yeah. Not really, huh? Thing like that. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Okay. Let's see, maybe what's in the back. Let's so these two, they are already so close, I believed. Okay. Yeah. So now can really move around with these arms. Okay. Let's do the teeth. Please give them, and the Sandworm kinda bad, something like bites. Oh no, I don't have to do that. I'm an idiot. Because I put an armature over the teeth. Almost forgot about that. So then, should we do the animation? The one animation for now. Okay. Where to start? Need here the animation drop sheet, action editor, add a new action. Let's call it just idle. Maybe I won't use this one as final. So let's just call it idle 001. Oh, yeah, I'm right. Okay. So that's under the sand. Top. What do I do with the tongue? Will I keep it a little bit inside? Okay, I have to start here. It's too much here. It's kind of hard. Yeah, that's not good yet. It's okay for now. We tend to go down. Okay. Lock that here. Try to 60. 60 loop, or rather a longer one, so I can do more. Let's for now just 60. I don't think I will use this then as final animation. I also have to think about the mouth, if he can kind of close it a little bit at the front, the lips, or not. I don't know yet. Then here, this one go up, and the tongue goes out. See how that looks. What? Come on. Why didn't you? Are you fucking kidding me? try this again. I will even add a new pose for that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. That's of course not what I want. Maybe let's keep this. Something like that. Let's test this. Let's for now only do tongue. Okay. I see. Oh, that could take longer than I probably have to do it completely different. I think I should care less how it looks like in the mouth. And more put it together like a harmonica, so the tongue just comes forward. Not, yeah, that's maybe better. Let's delete these keyframes here. Yeah. Then Alt R. Okay. So up, forward, down, forward, up, forward, down, forward. Yeah, that's more like it. This is the only problem here. No. How about here? No. You just don't want to make it easy for me, Okay. Now what do you have here? 23. 30, that means 37. Let's yeah. Yeah. No. Let's redo that. Undo. Let's keep this guy centered here. And 15. Okay, that's 14. Yeah, let's do it 14. So we have to. I will do this. You know what? Let's think about that a moment. 7. Let's first make the tongue right. That's 14, so 46. And this one is mine. 51. And 10. Okay. Now I want him to move a little bit. Let's go to 15. To 45. Direction. Yeah, let's look at that. Yeah, I think for now that's fine. I will save this. And how long to? Yeah, let's go. Bring everything to Unreal Engine and let's work a little bit there. Not too long anymore. Okay. T for fine, I only have to bring the complete body with the armature. 1. File. Export. FBX. Desktop. Some content. Enemy. Mesh. Sandworm. Sandworm. And then I select the armature. And I export this to animation. I will save again. I will do a short break while I start up Unreal Engine. Okay, I'm back in Unreal Engine, and I'm importing right now the animation, so I choose the Sandworm skeleton and import it here. Now we have two animations. One is the pose library. You can delete it if you don't want it. Doesn't matter right now. I also have to re-import this guy here. Oh, takes a moment. Takes a surprisingly long moment. Still nothing. Reasons could be because it is calculating the Morph Targets, I'm not sure. Or just because there are so many textures, but they're not really high-res textures, so. Or I did a mistake with uploading, and an error will come up. Also possible. Oh, come on. Are you crashing? Mm-hmm. 2.07 meg. Are you crashing? Oh, come on. Oh, it does something. It's importing the morph targets, so morph targets are not showing up, but you don't have to worry too much about that. I save it, I go back, I upload him. Where is it? Again, and now the morph targets are here. Now we have to check if they work. Sometimes you have to import it, re-import it 2 times because of the morph targets. It's a bug in Unreal Engine. He's calculating. It's not taking it fast today, Unreal Engine. Yeah, it didn't work. Yeah, Unreal Engine has always a little bit. This one works. So if it doesn't work, you have to check it, and then you just re-import it again. So you have to re-import it 2 times. Also remember that I use Unreal Engine 4.17. I think 4. Now the most actual, the newest one is 4.20, or maybe even 21. So maybe this is fixed in a new version, but in 4.17 and lower, this is bug. And maybe in the higher ones they still couldn't fix it. So we have to wait again. I mean, it's quite a big guy here, and it's not the simplest. It has quite a lot of vertex. So texture shouldn't be that big of a problem. Like I said, it didn't go for high res. It's around 1000 to 1000p. But still, it's quite annoying. I really didn't think it would take so long. It's maybe more massive than I thought. I mean, I looked it up, it's 2 megabytes, and most of the time meshes are still in kilobyte, or maybe around 1 megabyte. So now we can try it again, and now it works fine. Now save this guy here, and it's close. I go to animations and take the idle 001. Okay. Now I will add here all my morph targets I worked on today. So let's see. 0 how much is might takes longer until here, huh? Let's pause. $75 frames. We have 4. Of course, that doesn't work. 76 would work. Would be 19, huh? Yeah, I mean we can't do it so exact. 19. Then the second one. We'll start here. 19, and then and around here 38. And you will end here. Then the third one, see, we'll start here. Yeah, then 38 plus 18 64, 65. That's perfect. And this one here will end this point. Okay. And then last one will be here, here, starting here, and oh wait, this one here, and here, and you will start from 1, but immediately go down to here, down to 0. And let's save that. Let's go back to play. And now you see how everything moves. The arms move around. I'm not too sure about the feelers. I think he moves too fast. But that's something we could change later on. For now, that's okay. Yeah. Okay, we go. Let's see, level, test and default, test animation. Let's go in here. Let's save everything. Oh, great. One moment. I have to create a new one. Doesn't work like this. I mean, it works, but I have to put everything in it. I don't want to do that. File, new, default, zack, save, test and default, animation, test. Let's see, what are the world settings? None. Default pawn. Let me see. Is that the one I want? Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay. No. On the testing. Animation. Yes. Add new blueprint. An actor should be fine, or a pawn. Or should I take a character and then just delete the camera? Let me see. Never really used this one here. What's in here? No, that's useless. Let's take a character. Add new blueprint character. Animation test actor. This up. Here it is. Okay, it's fine. Mesh, Sandworm, animation. I don't want a blueprint, I just want an animation asset for now. Idle. Perfect. And here add sculpt and mesh 1, 2. Oh no, like this. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and here we can put in our teeth. What's that? Oh my god. What the hell? Back. Enemy mesh Sandworm. What the hell? Which one is the left? Stand. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. I will import put it again. Sandworm. No, I don't want to create words. Yep, it's fine. Let's go in here. It's fine. Saving this one here, deleting this two here. Then I go in here, this one I will delete. And now I can replace it with this one here. Place reference. Okay, this may take a moment. Again. Okay, I'll move this one here so we have everything together again. And oh, I did close everything. Testing animation. Yeah. So now, yeah, I'm not so sure about the front. This one here, this figure here, looks a little bit strange, but maybe if I slow down the, no, from here it really jumps. Fine until this point, then he jumps. Fine. Anyway, let's go to event graph. We can tweak all of them to a custom event. Add custom event. Set mesh. Should be fine. We won't use a lot of events in here, probably. Master. Post component. One moment. It's not the one I wanted. Master post component here. And for this one too. Okay, let's compile this. Save. So in report, nothing changed because here events like that don't change. What you could do is also set the animation in here, but maybe if you do that, the timing maybe doesn't always match. Just saying. So master post component is actually a better way to do it, at least in my opinion. So I open the level blueprint, I go to event begin, play, all actors of class. I get my test animation test actor, reference to it, get a copy, and then we do set mesh. Maybe I should have chosen it differently. Anyway, so you have to do here. Now we take our guy and put it here somewhere. Can look at him. Oh, that's not good. Where is the capsule? I see. It's not right. Where's the rest of the transformation? Oh, don't want it. Here, minus 90. Try this again. Minus 90. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, better. Now here minus 90 degrees. So tell okay. Now we can take a look at him. Flying around. I'm also not too sure about the tongue yet. Hey, where are the thieves? What the hell? Why are you guys wrong? Don't tell me. No. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's the problem here? I don't know. Maybe not. It's so strange. Yeah, I know what's the problem. No, they are there. Yeah, let's fix that. Object, edit mode, Yeah. Oh, up there. A control and yeah, that's the problem. Edit mode. For some reason, and I should have realized that earlier because of the color, the dark color of the teeth. When at the point I created, did it work? This teeth or one tooth. This one is not really nice position, but it's okay for now. What Blender did was Blender didn't know which one was the inside and the outside of the mesh. I kind of have the feeling it should be clear. If you make a circle and expand the circle. So Blender said that the inside is outside, and Unreal Engine. I'm not sure if this is it could be just to save process time. It won't render the inside. Probably that's just a theory. That this is the reason. Anyway, we have now to export over up. And then it should be fine after that. This left one, it's not right actually. It's the right one, but too late for that. Right, and this one here. That one. Save this. Don't import. Don't. Enemy mesh Sandworm. And import. It's fine. Why are you taking so long? Did I do something wrong again? Yes, of course I did. Damn it. It's getting late. Why? Why? What the hell? Don't do anything. Probably now I broke everything. If I broke everything, I will stop the stream here. Come on. Now it puts all the whole shit in it again. I think I'm going crazy. Damn it. Let's first re-import the other ones. Yeah. New. Almost done today. Let's save everything and let's look at it again. And it's still not fixed. What the hell? No, it's fixed. It doesn't show up when I go close. Yeah, I probably know why. You know what would be interesting if we would make vertical movements too. Yeah, I think I know why. this one. It's probably the minimum. When you click here on one of them, start 1 millimeter. If you can check this 0.001. Let's make it 0. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, let's change the animations slightly. 15. Kind of forgot which one that I changed. One of these two. Okay. Change to animation. Back, animation. Sandworm. Yeah, I mean these are details don't really need to do right now, but don't import animation Sandworm idle. Import animation. Oh no, wait. Shit. Undo. Let's just take everything. Yeah, it's just a little bit too fast or too big movements for really idle movements. It's a little bit too hectic, everything. But that's okay for now. Then let's check. No, that wasn't the problem. Something else is. Yeah, it's way too fast. I change it in here. I don't think so. Yeah, probably have to do it in a blueprint. Or I can do it. Yeah, I have to think about the animation. Probably change it. Make a longer one. So the problem is the hands, they can kind of move fast, but the rest shouldn't. No, where did I want to? I was right. Test active. I think I can set the animation here. Loop playing initial position, play rate, wait a moment, rate scale. Okay. Let's say still two big movements. There could be more subtle, but that's okay. I think we can end the stream here. Tongue, yeah, I'm not too happy with it right now. I think I have to pack it more into the back because it gets dark pretty fast. And the teeth, no, they move, it's okay. Maybe I want the mouth to move. I'm not sure about the top feelers there, how top antenna in the front. I'm not too sure. Maybe less extreme movements to the side would be nice. It also looks kind of like a dance. Yeah, I'm not so sure about. I have to think about that. What I can do there. I like how the legs move, however. If you look at it, you kind of see the pattern. That's the only thing. Question is, do I want them to move faster? Yeah. However, what I like that is when the feelers go left, he also moves left, and when he so that's kind of actually a pretty nice touch. Still have to think about maybe something better. Anyway, so there's still lots to do with the Sandworm, but I think this was the last really long stream I worked on this guy. Other adjustments I will do in smaller portion, let's say it like this. Yeah, so the tongue, of course, you can work there with the texture maybe a little bit more. So at the moment, problem is His mouth really feels dry. I also, yeah, I mean, just the teeth closing, that's not enough. We have to also close the lips. But then I think he's, will be good. Yeah, because that looks actually a little bit strange that he has the mouth open the whole time. Anyway, let's stop it here. This is a good start. We are far from finished with this guy here, and there are a lot of different things to do. So Monday, what do we do? I honestly probably will work in Unreal Engine, or we'll do texture drawing, or maybe we can fit in both. Probably Unreal Engine, maybe texture drawing, I'm not sure. Probably Unreal Engine, working on the combat, working further on the combat. Probably that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will end the stream here. Good.